Although Friedrich Nietzsche lived from 1844 to 1900, at the age of 44 he suffered a psychotic breakdown that abruptly ended his productive period as a scholar and philosopher. The common medical account of his madness is that it was probably produced by his having contracted syphilis as a young man. However, scholars still argue about the relationship between Nietzsche's madness and his thought as a philosopher. In part, that's because Nietzsche's thought places so much emphasis on the dynamics of overcoming, a theme that appears early in his most famous work, Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Basically, overcoming is about exceeding the constrictions and outer boundaries of our dominant patterns of living, perceiving, and especially valuing. In turn, Nietzsche sees overcoming as an expression of the most fundamental motive force in life, the will to power. For Nietzsche, the will to power is a more fundamental motivation than any will to pleasure, truth, or meaning, all of which he sees as subordinate to the will to power. Consequently, for Nietzsche, truth is an expression of power, rather than the other way around. Power for Nietzsche can of course take obvious external forms, such as physical, economic, political, and military power. But the type of power Nietzsche focuses on much more is the kind of power that structures people's habitual modes of perception. Basically, power as it flows across the terrain of subjectivity, and especially through people's values. Consequently, the process of overcoming mainly has to do with transcending our habitual ways of valuing, and hence transcending reality as we typically construe it in terms of our culture's dominant values. Nietzsche calls this process of transcending our already existing values a revaluation, or transvaluation, of all values.